I tell you, what a day, what a day, what a day. Um, Before I get into all that, for anybody that's new, or anybody that is just coming across these things, perusing on YouTube, or happens upon my YouTube channel, since all this shit is public, let me just give you a quick explanation as to what this particular um, series of blogs is categorized. I call these State of Mikeyworld addresses. Reason for that is, this is shit I probably won't ever cover in a muse, and this is stuff that um, generally not a lot of people know about. So if you ever see something that is labeled State of Mikeyworld address, you know to pay particular attention to it, because there's probably going to be some um, changes for me as far as life goes, or maybe some changes to uh, blogs or anything like that. So that's just a little um, explanations as to what State of Mikeyworld address means. And without any further ado, let's get into this hell of a day. And my phone just went off, and I owe you guys a beer, or Fireball and root beer mixed together. If you like, if you are friends with me on Facebook, you know what that's in reference to. And yeah, but anyway, um, one quick change I want to address before I get into the meat of the matter, shall we say. Due to circumstances beyond my control, which I'm going to get into here in a minute, I had planned on picking up one additional Blu-ray for the Blowout on release day, but due to the unforeseen medical urgent need that I had, saw basically February is going. Let me just put it this way: February is going to be a good ass month because there's a bunch of stuff that I wanted to get in January that I didn't, or that I couldn't because of reasons, and I was able to get a few things, but not as much as I wanted to, and this is part of that reason why I'm not able to get the one that I really wanted to get this month. So with that so the January Blu-ray Blowout, I'll probably do that Wednesday, Thursday-ish maybe. Maybe I can have Mom take pity on me and have her buy that Blu-ray for me. I'm not going to push the issue, but if I say something and she feels the need and want to, I'm not going to say no. But anyway, that's enough about that. To the main event and the meat of the matter. Last night, I discovered that my right elbow was like protruding out a bunch, and it was filled to about baseball size, with fluid and or water, whatever you want to call it. As soon as I noticed it and saw it, I knew exactly what it was. Because same thing happened to my right knee when I was like 16 or 17, and he went in, they drained it, and I was fine. My mom had the same issue last year. She went in, they drained it. She's fine now. Um, so yeah, we figured out that it was water on the elbow, which I already knew. And as for how it happened, not exactly sure, but I think it has a lot to do with me using my elbows to prop myself up when I'm on my floor. Um, and the pressure, the unknowing pressure that I guess it puts on the elbow, and um, that sack just bursts and refills because it acts as a buffer to keep your joint and your bone away from each other. So we um, went and got that taken care of. Now I'm going to go blow by blow for you on this, because from the time of me realizing this until the time of me actually getting there, it's kind of it all uh, is part of the story. So, like I said, I realized this about 9:45 last night before I went to bed. Went ahead and went to bed. Got up this morning. Told mom, showed mom. She's like, "Yep," and we both said, "Yep, that's water." So, we knew what basically had to happen. So I called my insurance company because I was not sure if the urgent care required me, because my insurance recently changed, because fucking Blue Cross Blue Shield, but I'm gonna stay off my soapbox about that. But anyway, because of the recent changes to my insurance, I wasn't sure if I had to pay a copay or not. So I called Blue Cross Blue Shield, asked them, they put me on hold for 15 minutes, go figure, come back and they say, according to the benefits of your plan, it's a $35 copay. Oh shit. But okay, whatever, pay the $35, you're good. So we get there, fill out the paperwork, turn it in, thinking at some point they're going to ask us for a credit card or $35 in cash. Well, this doesn't happen. So apparently the copay was nothing, and Blue Cross Blue Shield are full of shit. Or at least their customer service people are. So they called me back. They took vitals like they always do. Everything was good vital-wise. Last doctor visit, my blood pressure was a little bit high. Don't remember what exactly it was, but it was way lower than it was my last visit, which is kind of surprising to me because of all the fucking stress that I have going on in my life, which I may or may not at some point do a state of Mikeyworld on. But anyway, get in the fucking exam room. The nurse comes in, asks me basic questions. You allergic to anything? Did you hit anything? Does it hurt? No. Yeah, I'm allergic to Augmentin and doxycycline. Okay. She leaves. About 15 minutes later, the doctor comes in. Now, I don't want to cast aspersions on this guy, because he's 10 times better than my primary care physician could ever even think of being, just on not being an asshole alone. But he was awesome, so I don't want to cast too many aspersions on him. But I learned through this that even the smartest amongst us can have a here's your sign moment. Allow me to explain. He comes in, shakes my hand, asks me how I'm doing. Yeah, I'm doing fine. What can I do for you today? And then he says, oh, can I take a look at your elbow? Okay, fine, cool. I lift up my elbow. I show him. He don't touch it, don't anything. He says, oh yeah, it's water on your elbow because it's caused by some cyst somewhere. Or some cyst in your elbow or whatever. Duh. Thanks for telling me what I already knew. As the hiccups are coming. Okay. So, he looks at me, straight in the eye, nice as could be. I love this dude to death. I wish he was there more often. But he looks at me and says to me, huh, that's water. Huh, would you like me to take that out of there? No, Sputnik, I just came in to compare elbow sizes with you. Here's your sign. I didn't exactly say this to the guy, but I did kind of think it. So, comes in, says okay, then he leaves, tells the nurse what he needs. Nurse, about 10 minutes later, nurse brings in this tray of shit that I swear to God had every medical condiment known to man on it. And says, okay, he'll be in a few minutes. About 10 minutes later, he comes in. Oh, I forgot. I asked her when she came in and was putting the shit on the table. I said, is there any way in hell, and I actually said this, word for it, is there any way in hell you can make it not hurt? Because I'm not really looking forward to getting a big ass needle stuck in my elbow. She's like, ugh. She's like, yeah, don't worry about it. There's a lidocaine cream we can rub on it for, usually takes about 5 minutes to work. Okay, fine, cool. She leaves. Doctor comes back about 5 or 10 minutes later. Says, okay, come over here by the table. So I go over there by the table. And he says, okay, give me your arm. And at this point, he's on my left side. The fluid is in my right elbow. So he figures out, we better turn you around. Okay, cool. Whatever. So I turn around and I anchor my hand on my cup holder on my chair. Because I'm thinking, if I anchor my extended arm on my cup holder and just flatten it out so like he doesn't have to move it much, it's not going to hurt anywhere near as bad. And plus, if it does start to hurt, the cup holder is plastic and it's squeezable, so if I have to squeeze something, guess what's getting fucking squeezed? So he rubs the lidocaine cream on my elbow, and about 5 minutes later, he lets it sit for 5 minutes and just talks to me, shoots his shit, whatever. Says, can you feel this? Can you feel this? Yeah. Finally gets to a point where where he's touching me with the fucking, he hadn't taken the little stopper thing off the needle yet to stick it in my arm and my elbow, but he's touching with it, and it finally gets to the point where I can't feel him touching on my elbow with the fucking needle thing. So, he says, okay, Can't feel it. We're going in. Okay, fine. He goes in. I don't feel it. I don't feel things. I'm thinking, huh, pretty cool. I don't feel anything. And like I said, my arm is locked out here, and my hand is gripped around my cup holder like this. Because if I gotta squeeze, that thing is squeezable, so guess what the fuck is getting squeezed? And he starts to drain the fluid, which is cool. It came out like a brownish green, because like there was blood and fluid and all that other happy horse shit that's in there. And before he takes the needle out the first time, and yes, I said the first time, he did this more than once. That's a story in of itself. I'll get to that in a minute. And, you know, dumps it and cleans it and, you know, puts another, one of those, things for it to drain in on the end of the needle, says, do you need more lidocaine? I said, hey, yeah, might be a good idea. So he puts more lidocaine, waits another 5 minutes. Okay, fine, no big deal. Sticks the needle back in, gets about a half of one of those vial things that they drain blood into, or that they drain fluid into, and says, okay, no more's coming, and I don't want to try to get any more, because if I do at this point, I'll get nothing but blood, and that'll cause us both issues that we don't want to deal with. Okay, thank you very much. Now, he moved it once the first time he put it in there, and that was at the very end because he had to make sure he got it out, and then he had to kind of turn it to, turn the thing to get the needle, on the end of it to get the needle come out. So, okay, fine, cool. He does this the second time, gets half a thing, does the same thing. Now, this didn't really hurt until those two things happened. Until both times he had to kind of turn the little cup or whatever it is, I don't know if it's a cup, but whatever, to kind of get the needle to come out. At those 2 points is when it hurt the most, and that was like for a split second, but it was the most painful 2 split seconds of my life. And so I was kind of grateful for that. It only hurt for like a total of like half a second. But he said, we just took out about like 45 cc's of fluid out of your elbow. He said that it happens because it happens a lot when people, you know, are like leaning on their elbows or whatever, or putting pressure there, you know, it just gives out and whatever. He said if it refills again, you're gonna have to get it redrained, which I know is bullshit, because I remember from when I got my knee drained and when my mom got her elbow done last year, they said if it fills up again, you're on an operating table, they're taking the sac out and putting a little rubber thing in your elbow or your knee or whatever wherever the problem persists. So for the next, what the fuck is today? Friday? Yeah. For the rest of today, which, whatever, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday, I have the world's most uncomfortable bandage on my elbow. And even though he said, Doc at the urgent care said you only have to wear it for like 8 or 10 hours, no. I'm going with what I remember from my original doctor from Children's when this happened in my leg, and what my mom's doctor told her last year. I don't want this motherfucker to fill back up, so I'm going to keep this thing wrapped up nice and tight for till at least Monday, maybe even Tuesday. Because much as I don't like the needle being stuck in my elbow and in my knee at that point as well, you know, I'm not really trying to go in for another surgery unless it's absolutely necessary. So, anyway, that's my, and no, I'm not going to show you guys the wrap on my elbow, because it's throbbing like hell, and I'm trying not to move my elbow too much. So, sorry. Just know that it's there. I am, at this point, okay. And I didn't mean to alarm anyone. I didn't think I would be going to urgent care for this. I thought if I was going to be going to an urgent care, it's going to be because of this messed up fucking weather. But, you know, I'd rather go to an urgent care for this than go to my own asshole primary care, who, by the way, moved his office to a place that isn't really wheelchair accessible, so I would have been fucked either way. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling and telling my story. This has been the State of Mikeyworld address. I will be back later with more. I watched a bunch of movies that I do intend to review, and I may do some of those at some point. I've got some muses that need to be sent out. Plus I've got a bunch of different other muses as well that need sending out. So yeah, that's it. I've got freestyles done through March, and I've got enough freestyles if I want to lay them down at some point to go through June or July. Can't remember which. So lots of good things on tap. Lots of good things coming. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for fostering. Thanks for caring. I promise you guys I'm okay. My elbow is hurting like a bitch right now, but other than that, I'm okay. Thanks for the caring. I'll talk to you guys soon. I love y'all. Without y'all, I couldn't do what I do. So like I say, know me, know you, know me. Peace.